Hey gang, Space-Time Badass here. I want to thank you for joining me in this change of pace. This video is in more of a podcast format, so feel free to put it on in the background and go about your business. As always, we'll be talking about lucid dreaming, but more specifically, the true essence of the practice. Now, lucid dreaming has been around for quite some time, though the phrase was coined by Dutch psychiatrist Frederick van Eden in 1913. The first documented reference to lucid dreaming was made by Aristotle when he wrote, "Often when one is asleep, there is something in consciousness which declares that what then presents itself is but a dream." But even that reference is quite late, considering modern humans have existed for about 200,000 years. Assumedly, lucid dreaming has occurred for as long as there were sentient beings to dream. And although there wasn't always a clear practice for achieving lucidity in those times, it's a pretty common phenomenon, if only achieved by accident. It's completely natural and no doubt beneficial to those who use it. Now, whether you believe that it's simply an accident of consciousness or a gift bestowed by some sort of divine creator, there's no doubt that lucid dreaming does have power. Now, I don't mean power in the sense that our dreams can affect the external world in some sort of magical way, but rather they have the power to connect us to the hidden aspects within ourselves. When we're able to shine that light of awareness into the dark recesses of our own being, what we find can often surprise us. It might even frighten or confuse us. But as our thoughts dwell on those experiences, we open ourselves up just a bit, and it's those moments which can show us a fundamental truth to who we really are, what we really want, and in some cases, what we need. We might uncover repressed traumas, find the root cause of our life's problems, or gain powerful perspective which can alter the perception of our very existence. Lucid dreaming is a tool which can be used as a tremendous force for good in the lives of all people. In fact, during a depressive stage in my own life, which lasted for about 5 solid years, I was able to begin living a happier life after just one very profound lucid dream in which I was able to get a look at my behavior from another perspective. Now, this might sound bold to you, no doubt I was surprised myself, or you might believe that this is true, but perhaps that it's a rare occurrence, which might in fact be the case. But why? Why should the tales of growth and self-improvement through lucid dreaming be like diamonds in the rough to everyone? The answer is not only within the dreams, but in what we do with the information we receive. You see, in order for a change to occur in our lives, we have to do more than dream it into existence. We have to make it a reality through our conscious actions in waking life. Now, I might be getting ahead of myself. I can hear the faint whispers of lucid dreamers downvoting in chorus. Nonsense, they say. I've had many lucid dreams, and still no great truths have revealed themselves. And I might be inclined to respond, justly so. And this is because there is an enormous potential for fun and recreation in lucid dreams. And for many, this is actually the main objective of the practice. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that. The stress of life can be easily subdued with the scenes we consciously play out in our dreams. I can recall a time in my own life when I was living just to dream. Recreation in lucid dreaming certainly has its place, but we should not soon forget to pay attention to the dream which exists rather than only on what we create. Objects, people, you name it, anything placed in a dream by the subconscious which catches our attention can be a tremendous source of knowledge just waiting for us. These sources of knowledge are often so subtle that they can be easily missed by a dreamer who is unaware of how to evoke the truth within these things. Perhaps we're looking elsewhere, or maybe we're asking the wrong questions. My best advice in these situations is to never ignore what the subconscious attempts to bring into awareness during a lucid dream. If an object sticks out, interact with it. If you're talking to a dream character which presents themselves as more than just this two-dimensional extra in the dream, speak to them. As far as what you should say, be wary of asking questions which are too broad or too grandiose. For instance, we might ask, "What should I do with my life?" rather than, "What is the meaning of life?" Things like that, you'll get used to it. I don't want to give the impression, though, that the only way to have meaningful dreams is to follow some sort of format to gain insight, though meditation is an excellent example of something that's helpful for this. I believe that the true essence of lucid dreaming will present itself regardless of our actions. These sorts of practices which bring deep insight are simply tools, perhaps shortcuts even, to experiencing what we would no doubt otherwise experience through long-term repeated lucid dreaming. That is, self-improvement and personal growth are inescapable for those who choose to maintain a lucid dreaming lifestyle long-term. It might take time for you, it might take months, it could even take years if you aren't paying attention to the signs, but at some point, in some lucid dream, you will receive one of these experiences of truth. That is in essence the purpose of lucid dreaming, the true heart of lucid dreaming. It's a practice which will inevitably confront you with an aspect of self that was previously ignored, but make no mistake, having one of these lucid dreams is not the cure. It writes the prescription, but it's up to you whether or not you take the medication. It can reveal a course of action, but if we're idle and refuse to make a change in our day-to-day lives, the message is lost, the meaning dies, and our life remains the same. Now, earlier when I mentioned that a lucid dream had helped me to cure my depression, if I hadn't made the conscious change in my behavior after the dream, it would be just as meaningless as every other forgotten dream we've all had, and I might still be on the very edge that I was on at that time. Now, I really hope that your circumstances aren't as dire as mine were at that time, but perhaps for some of you they are. I've received many questions from viewers in regard to many of life's problems asking me if lucid dreaming can help. In some of these cases, I say yes, lucid dreaming can help you if you use it properly. In some, I would suggest them turning to modern medicine or therapy, but lucid dreaming absolutely can't hurt you if you use it as a means for positive change in your life. I wholeheartedly believe that lucid dreaming will be widely used in place of prescription drugs to treat trauma, depression, and many other mental afflictions in the future, though today it's not so widespread in the clinical setting, so I must advise that if you need help, to see a professional first. Do what is recommended by those who are legally trusted with these issues, but if you should also lucid dream during the process, you might find that it does some good for your situation as well. So, there you have it. Lucid dreaming is an amazing practice for self-improvement, personal growth, and positive change, but it is only a tool. The real good is done when the tool is utilized in the hands of the dreamer. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this information. If you'd like to learn more about how to use lucid dreaming for the purposes outlined in this video, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Got a lot of great lucid dreaming information there from beginner to advanced, so do check that out. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.